Yep, we obviously we were beaten every aspect of the game. They outplayed us from the opening kickoff right on through. We didn't have an answer. I felt we were outcoached and outperformed. We made too many mistakes in all facets: offense, defense, and special teams. Penalties. We were penalized more than we've been traditionally. I give them credit. They came in, they played hard, and they won. They beat us.
What were they doing as far as their pressure able to keep the offensive line so consistently?
Well, I mean, as of right now, I mean, I have a very centered view of the blitzes. It seems like they were going outside. We'll see on film tomorrow what exactly happened, make adjustments for next week. I think, I mean, it just, like I said earlier, the fist, everyone working together. You know, one guy doesn't do their job, stuff like that happens.
Nico, what can you say about summing it up?
Just weren't disciplined today. That's like the key to it all. You know, if you're disciplined and you give really good effort and you're tough, you know, you can beat anybody. You know, I'm just can't have somebody jump off sides on a fourth down. You know, stuff like that just wasn't disciplined today.
Feel like you were not that close to a big play time after time?
Yeah, I think it was more of, you know, we turned it on defensively in the second half, it felt like, which is, you know, too late, right? You got to turn it on. And, you know, this has been happening for a couple of games. You know, we get started a little bit too slow, which is frustrating, right? I mean, I think if we played like we did in the second half for a majority of the game, it would have been very different. But again, you just cannot keep giving them life on third and fourth downs. And then it says here they were 2 for 2 in the red zone. So again, that's, you know, the little things that matter.
Jake, did they surprise you? They switched up a little bit how they were defending big guys and shifting some of the inside. Did it take you a while to adjust to that?
I mean, like every game, that, you know, all teams try to mix things up, get you off guard. But I do think that we were prepared, and obviously we tried to make adjustments, and stuff really didn't go our way. I mean, I think, you know, looking here, I mean, we went 0 for 3 on fourth down and 0 for 2 in the red zone. I mean, it doesn't matter what the defense is drawn up. Once you get down there, I mean, you got to make it when it counts. That was our biggest problem today.
Obviously, the rushing aspect today, not where it's been for the majority of the season. What were they throwing at you guys specifically to sort of threw that out of whack?
I mean, you know, just mixing it up. Like some of the stuff that we hadn't seen on film previously. I mean, other than that, it's on us. I mean, we shot ourselves in the foot. I think, I mean, you can't take away from their game. They played fantastic. I think it was just, I think we could have performed a lot better had we not made a couple of mistakes here and there.
Halftime and it's still a 2-possession game for all that happened in the first half, and you know a big drive coming out of halftime will change everything. What are you kind of telling yourself going into that?
I mean, as an offensive player, you know, we knew we had the ball coming out of the half, and we knew it was going to be an important, and we call it a statement drive, where you go out there and just try to change the momentum of the game. And again, I mean, it just comes down to missing a block here and there, missing an assignment here and there. One person's not doing something, and it's not the same. It was everybody. It was just, you know, everyone took their turn today. So.
Nika, how do you use this over the rest of the season?
Yeah, I told the DBs, and it's interesting looking at it from a fifth-year perspective, right? So this is like my 5th loss my whole time at Dartmouth, and I told the DBs, you know, it gets worse every single time you lose. So I think, you know, we've struggled a little bit to find an identity, and, you know, I think this is a perfect time, you know, coming into Harvard week, right? Let's find an identity. Let's figure out what we did wrong this game, and, you know, let's figure out who we actually are. So that's kind of what I told him. And losing sucks, but again, the only way losing's useful is if you build off of it, right? If you learn from it. So.
Jake, same thing. What's the approach that you guys will take after this one?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, what Nico said, I mean, a loss is useless unless you learn from it. The biggest message for the O-line is we keep your head up. We still got 4 more games. We'll think about it tonight. Obviously, it stings. We'll look at the film, and then we're on to Harvard.
I'll ask the same question that we asked them. We kept hearing that they switched up what they were doing defensively. Really stacking big guys in the middle.
Yeah, we just did not play well. They outplayed us. Schematically, yep, there's always adjustments that people will make. We've been rushing the ball effectively, and you look at the numbers, it was just, that's not 60 yards rushing. That's just not what we've done. In all of our ball carriers, and again, attributable to a lot of misreads, missed cuts, missed blocks, missed assignments, and we just had too many of those missed passes. Trying to force a ball deep, take what they're going to give you, and we were never in any sort of rhythm. It was just disjointed. You make a play, and all of a sudden there's a penalty, and that just kept putting us back, and we just never overcame it. And coming out the half, to Seth's point, it's a 2-score game. It's doable. Come down, you get the opportunity. We get down, we get 15-yarder for clipping or something ridiculous, and it's just like, how many times can you do that? But we did it consistently all night long. We're down in the end zone. We don't score twice. So I give them credit. It's embarrassing. Play as well as we did against UNH last week, and 6 days later, just looked like we've never played before. So I look at what I did or what I didn't do, what I could have or should have done as a staff, what we could have or should have, because it's hard to believe that's what we put on the field tonight, but you look at it on paper, and we'll watch it on tape tomorrow. It's going to be painful. It was a bad performance, and we're better than that. But I don't take anything away from Columbia. They came in, they played hard, they played consistently, they did not make mistakes, they didn't turn the football over. The kicking game was effective, they tackled effectively, and they fed off the plays they kept making. They were playing harder at the end, and I give my credit to the coaching staff. Those guys outplayed us from start to finish, period. And it's why we feel the way that we do.
I asked this to Nico, and it really put positive both sides of the ball, not just Mountain, but really from the beginning of the game, that you guys were that close to a big game-changing play. With Robert nearly had a punt block multiple times, and the dropped interception. Could have just one of those plays completely changed the game.
The first punt opportunity, we got it, but we don't. And what happens if that, the momentum, the emotion, and so forth. But that was the story of the night. They capitalized on opportunities, and we didn't. The quarterback, I thought he did a great job. Good with his passes, and then he scrambled, picked up some key first downs. They just kept the chains moving. It wasn't an impressive offensive performance on any side of the football, but they did more than we did, and so they'll have a much happier ride home than we will going back to our dorms.
If I told you before the game they'd have 239 yards of offense and be 2 for 15 on 3rd down.
You'd take that. And offensively, we didn't do anything. The opportunities, we had a couple of deep throw opportunities. We overthrew a couple. We have to watch the tape. Did we drop some or misplay some? I don't know. But to your point, there were opportunities. They made theirs. We didn't make ours. And that's the way you feel. The way you feel the way that you do. The key is don't let this one beat you twice. Go back. We're a good team. We're a solid team when we play the way we're capable of, which we didn't tonight. And Harvard is an outstanding football team, and they'll watch this, and we just got to back to the drawing board and confidence with our guys, execute what we need to execute. The 8 penalties, and a lot of them were crucial penalties. Put you out, put you behind, provide opportunities for them. You know, they kick another field goal as opposed to a touchdown. You know, we jump offside twice. It's a shame, but that's the game.
I don't think it's the case, but you had a big win last week, and you have a big game next week. And I just brought up the idea of trap game.
Yeah, I mean, it's you don't. I mean, a lot of things were different during the course of this week, the short week, the classes, exams, and all that type of stuff. Bottom line, you play. You know, these guys, they had a long bus trip. They played better than we did, and that's the bottom line. I say it all the time. The best team on game day is going to win, and they were the best team today. So they won in all facets, and we just got to go figure it out right now.
Early in the fourth quarter, you have 4th and 6 near midfield, and you opt to punt. What went into that decision?
Just we weren't doing much, and to turn the ball over at that point and hoping that okay we put it down, which we got it down to the 6-inch line or whatever it was. Field position, what can you do? You know, you're kind of grasping, you second guess everything at that point. But just where we were, and we were 0 for. Kick it out, play the field position game. You know, if we stop them down inside, they don't get out of their own end zone. We get field position, everything, but we didn't. They move it out, they can pick up a first down, then they punt it down so coaching, they outcoached us too.